In 2010, Coulthard and Johnson revised the original 2007 distinction between descriptive and investigative forensic linguistics. So, descriptive forensic linguistics in 2007, they initially defined it as a studying how language is used in legal settings like courtrooms and police interviews without focusing on legal outcomes. It's about understanding language patterns in this context. So, next in 2010, investigative forensic linguistics in their revision, they clarified that this field involves using linguistic analysis to assist in solving crimes. It's more focused on how language can provide evidence, such as authorship identification, threat analysis, or confession evaluation. So, in short, the revision emphasized that investigative linguistics is more focused on applying language analysis into to criminal investigations, whereas descriptive linguistics is about understanding language patterns in legal context. So, next reporter we have Kiv Masukol.
Good day, everyone. So I am the second reporter of the group. So I will be the one to continue the topic. So I am Kevin J. A. Masukol. So let's start. Malcolm Coulthard, world's first professor of forensic linguistics, most recognized for his expertise in spoken and written discourse analysis. So Malcolm Coulthard is a leading figure in the field of forensic linguistics, whose work has helped to advance the understanding of language in legal contexts. So his research has had a significant impact on the legal profession and continues to be influential today. So forensic linguistics is a relatively recent trend with an increasing amount of research attention being paid to the validity and ability of methods in authorship analysis. So it's a growing field that can be used to help solve crimes and ensure fair trials and protect people's rights. So next please. Howard 2006 drew and conversation analysis, critical discourse analysis, and pragmatics to explore the balance of power and control in a police interview context. Critical discourse analysis to exploring language, power, and disadvantage in legal context. So, is a valuable tool for understanding the complex relationship between the language and power. It can also help us to see how language is used to maintain inequality and to identify opportunities for social change. Next. So that's all my report and continue to the next reporter.
Good day, everyone. So, my name is Vera Ludianera. So, my part is all about the identifying and collecting data. Highly published trials where transcripts have already been prepared and are freely available, such as the Cauterill 2003, Howard 2006, Takaba 2015. To identify and collect data for forensic linguistics, um, it's focused on gathering language based on the evidence from various sources to analyze it using linguistic techniques and potentially using computational methods to extract information such as authorship or intended. So most typically those studies that could be characterized as distinguished forensic linguistic, for instance, a project to explore narrative procedure by victims or sexual abuse during the police interview can only claim ecologically validity. So we have a two example for that, such as the written language for evidence. It has a confession or suicidal notes, emails, or text messages that the victims has wrong. Then the second one is the spoken languages, such as the phone calls, recorded conversation, interviews, or such a voice message. So next, please. So we have a sample study 3.1 by Wright P. 2000 13. It's a stylistic variation with genre convention. In the Enron email purpose, it developed a testing-sensitive methodology for authorship research and International Journal of Speech Languages. So next.
All right, good evening, everyone. My name is Elmarie Turpis, and I will be gonna discuss to you what is our the sample study of right D 2030. So we have here, wait a second. We have here the research background. Individual linguistic, known as idiolectic, underpins the majority of authorship, analysis, casework, and research. However, there is limited empirical evidence into how can it be best identified. So Wright argues that on the orders of linguistic behaviors within specific genre. So convention provides strong platform for investigating idiolect. So today we're going to learn about a study by Wright from 2013. The study explores how we can use language patterns, emails to figure out who wrote them. So this is very important because it helps us to understand individual writing skills. So that's also what we called idiolect. So intellect is the unique way each person uses language when they write or even speak. So in this research background, every person has unique way of writing or for speaking. For example, you might always say use phrases hi and hello, and at the same time goodbye and goodbye. So it has different way of pronouncing words, and at the same time different way, different emotion. So but the big question is, how can we find these unique features in real life text like emails? So, Wright study to look at the greetings like hi and farewells and best regards for farewells. So, in professional emails, these small things can be revealed who is writing the messages. Okay, so this research seeks out to explore the extent which authors shows individual variation and the way they formulate greetings and farewell in professional emails. So the emails were written by employees of Enron, a former American energy company which was investigated and found guilty of accounting fraud. So next, we have here the research problem. Why do they need to conduct this research? First thing first, they need to know how distinctive are four authors linguistic choices in an email greetings and farewell. So they need also to understand how these distinctive are linguistic choices in comparison to larger corpus of others. So now that would be the problem that needed to be answered according to the research. We have here also the types of research that Wright used. First one, we have quantitative and qualitative research. So there are 2,622 emails written by four employees, and for their 40,236 emails written by 126 employees for comparison. So the techniques could be the corpus linguistic technique that is can extract and analyze patterns in greetings and farewells. Now let's proceed to data analysis. Analysis, rather, greetings and farewells were analyzed qualitatively and computationally for lexical form, punctuation, line spacing, and capitalization. Greetings and farewells was used by the four authors, where then compares against the other 126 employees to determine the distinctives. Likelihood ratios statistical tests were calculated to test rarity, expectancy, and distinctiveness of the features. So in this analysis, words like hello and hi where be used as greeting or farewell. Okay, so now in this discussion, we also have punctuation where how people used commas and periods. And at the same time, spacing and capitalization. Did they use capitalized letters, or there was space before after the greetings? Now the result we have here, Wright identified that 19 greetings and farewell form that were distinctive to each other of the four authors. So there are differences. So when compared to emails by the other 2,100 authors, 18 of the greetings and 9 of the farewell were shown to be distinctive to the author who used them. Overall, Wright found out that the greetings were more distinctive than farewells, but the distinctiveness of individual forms became considerably higher when individual greetings and farewell were combined for each other. Okay, so to conclude, or yeah, let's try to read comments first. Right results indicates that the ways in which authors write email greetings and farewells are powerful in distinguishing between writings of a small subset. So for authors suggesting that exploring individual author variation with genre convention has a strong potential for characteristic idiolect. Okay, so now, importantly, Wright's methods have ecological validity because emails constitute a large proportion of the text available for forensic linguistic carrying caseworks. Furthermore, the emails has analyzed, constituted, or a huge body of evidence and investigation of this company, meaning the data he used was attested. To conclude, in this graph, you can see that this result concluded that the way people write their greetings and farewells is very distinctive. At the same time, the same goes farewells and greetings. So now this method is really useful in real life situation like legal cases because emails make up a large portion of the text used in forensic linguistics. So that is the study of Right. Now let's proceed to the next reporter, which is qualitative and analysis and statistic.
Oh, good. So good evening, everyone. My name is Mayan Tandoy. So I'm the one who discussing the qualitative analysis and statistics. In terms of methods of data analysis, the challenges that a forensic linguistics researcher may face are not necessarily different from other areas of applied linguistics. In the domain of investigate forensic linguistics, the main controversy rests with whether the methods used to determine authorship are rigorous enough, with some forensic linguists questioning whether methods are sufficiently developed to be used as evidence in court. For this reason, qualification and particularly statistical analysis of data has become increasingly important as a way to add scientific rigor to methods, leading to more objective and reliable results that can typically be obtained through qualitative research. The controversy in investigative forensic linguistics centers around the reliability of authorship attribution methods used in legal proceedings. Some forensic linguists argue that these methods are not yet sufficiently developed to use as evidence in court. This means that there are concerns about the scientific rigor and validity of the techniques used to determine who wrote a particular text. Next, please. Chesky's 2001 authorship research was heavily criticized by Grant and Baker 2001 on the basis of reliability and validity of features investigated, while the QSUM technique has been largely discredited because, amongst other reasons, the analysis was not replicable. Chesky's 2001 research was criticized for its lack of scientific rigor, especially regarding the reliability and validity of the methods used. So QSUM stands for Cumulative Sum Control Chart. It is a statistical process control technique used to detect small but consistent shifts in a process over time. Next, please. Jacquard's coefficient establishes the strength of correlation between whether a series of particular features are present in a sample text rather than the frequency with which particular features occur, meaning that low frequency scores are unproblematic. This means that Jacquard coefficient is not influenced by how often feature appears in a text, only whether it exists within the sample. So next reporter.
Vicky Lingin. Here I'm going to discuss about the section details and methodology and result of MacLeod's 2016 study on rape victims. Narratives data analysis use discourse analysis and discursive psychologies to examine how psychological phenomena like intention and motives are expressed in victims' accounts. Next is Mera.
The goal is to foster a culture of partnership that strengthens policy, practice, and social innovation. The author suggests that the applied nature of forensic linguistics makes it particularly well suited to this collaborative model, allowing linguists to have a significant impact on the justice system through directly addressing its problem. Next.
Good day, everyone. My name is Cesar Imariñas Jr. I will discuss to you the conclusion. The first dedicated journal was founded in 1994, Forensic Linguistics, now the International Journal of Speech. The bilingual English-Portuguese journal was launched in 2014. In summary, forensic linguistics significant growth evidenced by dedicated journals. Numerous publications highlights its indispensable role in modern legal practice in the pursuit of justice. So that's all. May I call Ms. Shane to properly end the Zoom report meeting?
So that's all for today. I hope you understand something from our report. And once again, I am Shane May Salvador.
And I am Vera Ludia Net.
I am May Antandoy.
I am Ima B. Kilingin.
I am Mera Mabido and
I am Cesar Marinas.
Have a nice day ahead. Goodbye.